What's going on, Seawolves? We are joined by Stony Brook women's lacrosse legend, the one and only Kylie Ohlmiller. We're at the USA Lacrosse headquarters in Sparks, Maryland. It's a USA June national team tryout camp. Kylie, it's great to see you. Thanks so much for taking the time. How you feeling this week? Pretty awesome to be suiting up again for the Stars and Stripes.
Oh my goodness, yeah. It's always an honor to wear USA across your chest, and I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and every opportunity stepping out on the field, it just gets better and better. And this year is even more special. It's been 18 months since I stepped on the field formally, so been a long time, been a challenging year, and I know that a lot of the girls and women that are here doing the same, we're just taking these moments together for granted for sure.
What do you think about the talent of this group right now? A blend of veteran experienced players like you and then some up and coming youngsters just out of college or wrapping up their college careers right now.
There's incredible talent all over the field, no matter the age, and that's what's the beauty of coming to one of these tryouts or one of these training weekends is that, we all come from different backgrounds, different colleges, different ages, right, and a lot of different experiences. But when you step out on the field, we're all wearing, USA across our chests and coming together and creating those relationships, creating those bonds. It's just incredible. So to be out there with the veterans, and I'm kind of in the middle of the veterans and the newbies. So I'm a tweener. So it's just great to be able to learn from the leaders, and kind of follow in their footsteps, and then be able to hope to pass on some of that to some of the young guys coming in too.
How special is it to represent your country playing this game? You grew up playing this game, you were a little under-recruited out of high school, and then went out to have one of the greatest college careers ever at Stony Brook. This is a pretty awesome third leg of a lacrosse career, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible, and it really is. It's been a dream come true, just to be able to be at these training weekends. And again, some of the women that I can call my teammates now are women that I had posters of, and I was chasing around Final Fours to try and get their autograph, So just in that sense, in the full circle kind of the moment, and then, being able to play for some of the best coaches alongside some of the best players, and just be able to play with the best of the best, representing your country. It is a completely different feeling hearing the national anthem before a game when you have USA across your chest, and it's something you can only dream of as a young lacrosse player, and just grateful for the opportunity to be able to do so.
Let's talk Stony Brook for a little bit.
Sure.
Not only do you get to play with former idols and icons in this sport, but also former teammates. Allie Kennedy is here this weekend, Mackenzie Burns, and then a couple of current Seawolves, and Raina Sabella and Ellie Macera, and then of course your old coach Joe Spallina is on the staff with Coach Levy here with the U.S. team. How special is it to have this program have such a prominent presence down here in Maryland with this club?
It really hits home for me because when I first came here, my first ever tryout was in 2016. I was a junior at Stony Brook, and I was one of the only Stony Brook names that ended up making one of those rosters. And so to come in as a young guy, like a young girl, coming in as one of, like you said, the young ones and representing Stony Brook that way was really special. But now to be able to see it at this level and see those girls out there that I've been teammates with, that are my friends, that, I've been captains for them, I've been coaches for them, on the Stony Brook side. So just to be able to see them makes me really proud teammate, a really proud Seawolf. I'm a forever Seawolf, so I really am. But it's really great to be able to go out there and have that representation of Stony Brook, and of course having Joe Spallina as one of the coaches as well, and just being able to play for him again. That's something that's really special for me too, because I absolutely loved my time playing for that coaching staff at Stony Brook, and they did so much for my lacrosse career, not only there but and beyond. So being able to again play for him and play under him, it's been a pleasure.
We had a conversation with Mackenzie earlier. I will ask you the same question. What was your biggest takeaway from playing under Coach Spallina in your 4 years at SP?
He really tapped into a potential in me that even I didn't know was possible as a player, as a leader. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I learned from him, was that there is more inside you. If you just give yourself that belief, if you have that support system around you, your people in your corner, and rely on them, and then you can do the same for others. As a leader, as a teammate, you can, tap into everybody's strengths and kind of just move forward as a team and take down any battle. So, again, he's been an incredible role model and coach and friend in my lacrosse journey.
That's beautiful. I want to go back to this past May, your younger sister Taryn, who just wrapped up her Seawolves career in brilliant fashion. She was incredible this past season, best at her best, basically, helping the team to another Elite Eight run. You were in the broadcast booth for most of the season and did a terrific job, by the way, on the color commentary. And you got to witness a special moment for Taryn when she got to 200 career goals, joining you, Courtney Murphy, and Allie Kennedy as the only players in program history to achieve that mark. You got a little emotional on the broadcast, and you got to celebrate with Taryn later down on the field. How special was that day for you, her, and your entire family?
It was special, you know, and I think those individual numbers and things, they don't pop up in our brains a lot as players. You're just out there and you're just trying to win and you're trying to do the best for your team. So to be able to see, I was up in the broadcast booth and, you know, you're obviously talking about play and player and this and that. And when your sister's out there, you're trying very hard not to be biased. But of course she goes and does,
be a little
yeah.
It's all good.
Thank you. But yeah, she, of course, went and breaks some records and, you know, in her very own fashion. And I'm just incredibly proud of her because, you know, she was just a great leader for that team. You know, she came back from injury. She was doing some really, really courageous things out there. And I think that's what all happened in that moment, seeing her out there and then Josephina taking a timeout for the team to recognize her and what she means to that program. You know, up in the broadcast booth, it was, I get that emotional side from my mom, so I'm sure she was crying in the stands somewhere, but I was trying to hold it back up in the broadcast booth. But again, just a very proud big sister moment.
Yeah, something I'm sure you guys will cherish forever. It was definitely beautiful. The next step in your lacrosse career, you're continuing to work with the national team. You're also embarking on a new pro endeavor this summer with Athletes Unlimited, a brand new women's lacrosse league. Professional league starting in July in Washington, D.C. It's a month season. You guys are doing this. This has been really fascinating the way that AU has rolled this out. They've already had pro leagues for softball and volleyball this past winter. It's a fantasy sports model where it rewards you guys as individual players with stats, and at the end of the day, there's a league MVP who's the league champion, the individual champion. How? Like, do we really even know? Do you really even know what it's going to be like when you hit the field for a 9-on-9 game, a 60-second shot clock against the best of the best in a brand new adventure?
You know, I think we're just really excited as a league, as players, for the opportunity to play professionally. Again, back in my time at Stony Brook, there was no such thing as a women's professional league up until my senior year when I ended up getting drafted. You know, that was a brand new league as well. So again, just for the opportunity to continue my playing career is incredible, and I'm excited for the excitement around Athletes Unlimited and how different it will be, you know, being somewhere with all of the players, not only your teammates, but your competitors, all in one area, you know, practicing all week long, playing on the weekends. That's a professional experience that women's lacrosse has never had, right? But you see a lot of other sports being able to experience that. So as an athlete, I'm really pumped for it. And just all of the little bonuses and everything like that, I think is gonna be really fun for everybody at home to follow, you know, and for people to pick fans and you know, players that they want to follow. And for our sport, I think that's going to be huge, you know, and just for the growth of it and getting the exposure of our game out into eyes that haven't seen it before. So on a lot of levels, I'm just excited to play.
By the way, if you're watching this at home and you're not familiar, it's almost like a backyard draft model, like a pickup game model, where the top 4 players in the league will have the chance to choose their team. They reset each week. So say you're a team captain. Allie Kennedy just got invited into the league. She'll be there this summer. AK30 and KO17 reunion maybe in DC.
I'm just gonna leave this here. I don't know.
I love that. We'll be on the lookout for it. Kylie, you're a legend and an ambassador for this game. Love to see what you're doing for it, and we can't wait to watch it this summer. That's Kylie Ohlmiller. She'll be featured in Athletes Unlimited this summer, the brand new professional women's lacrosse team, and she'll continue to do great work here with the USA national team. Kylie, thanks so much again for your time.
Thanks so much for having me. Go Sea Wolves.